20 stakeholders representing institutions that focus on HIV/AIDS, subsistence abuse, anti-corruption, and the financial sector. The First Lady indicated that Emerging Leaders Program is more than an initiative. She described it as a beacon for hope, a catalyst for change, and a demonstration of what we can achieve when we unite around the common cause.
Imagine a society where all our young people are committed to ascribe to the SAFE campaign as presented to us today. Today, we stand at crossroads and we cannot stay silent anymore. We cannot sit back and hope that all will be well. While I'm mindful of the fact that each one of you does great work to address these issues, I believe that together we can achieve so much more to change this narrative and build a better Uganda.
She further said that she is mindful of what the fact each one of the stakeholders does great work to address these issues. She believes that together so much can be achieved to change this narrative and build a better Uganda.
And send them out into our communities and let each one of you do something, and we'll count on you. And there must be accountability of what you're doing, with which team, with which group of our people. We can do ever so much.
The function was also graced by Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, religious leaders, the Inspector General of Government, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, the Makerere University Council Chairperson, and Vice Chancellor.
That we must accept the saying that iron sharpens iron. If we know that when you come back, you must account for what you have done. Yet the purpose of our group, indeed, as we have met here today, be to grow as servant leaders and have a positive impact on the world around us. What is happening here is happening in Africa, everywhere. But let's at least start here in Uganda.
Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa said something about the emerging program.
That your target are young people, but young is just age. You'll find there are very many old people, even at 80 years, who will benefit from this than the young ones. Because the issues the young are grappling with are the same issues that the old are grappling with. The problems people of yesterday and people of today are facing are the same. The answers might be different in the aspect of what age does it apply to you. But we are grappling with the same issues. In the bed, the man sleeps with a helmet because he doesn't know whether the wife is going to come with a stick and hit the head with a hammer. But in the public, they are smiling. I can tell you, a lot is going on. You people, getting someone talk to in this country who can understand you. People are seated with a lot of problems.
Gntv at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. Now in other news, the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Honorable Joel Senyonyi, has written to the Speaker of Parliament, Her Right Honorable Annette Among, to explain to him why he has always been left out of parliamentary commission meetings. Joel Senyonyi says that corruption at Parliament is too much.
The Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Honorable Joel Senyonyi, wants investigations into the alleged budget corruption scandal extended to the Parliamentary Commission, a key decision-making body of the legislative arm of the government. Following 3 days of investigations, 3 members of Parliament were presented in court and charged with corruption in connection with suspected fixing of the budget processes. Honorable Joel Senyonyi said all this yesterday while addressing journalists and demanded that the detectives who grilled the three members of parliament widen their investigations to include the dealings of the parliamentary commission on which he is mandated to sit.
Njangu nto kujigara. Viewers of Gntv, we are sorry for that. Now, in other news, members of parliament from northern Uganda held a press conference where they tipped journalists about corruption at Karuma Closed Bridge. Members gathered evidence that police and Uganda National Roads Authority officials are charging money from rollies as they let buses pass, which has forced them to call upon the government of Uganda to intervene in the situation. We take a look.
Members of parliament from northern Uganda have held a press conference where they have tipped journalists about corruption at Karuma Closed Bridge. Karuma Bridge was closed in May by Uganda National Roads Authority UNRA and security, saying that the road was very old and at any time it would pose a danger to people.
And according to the UNRA, is that all the big trucks are not supposed to cross from Karuma. Buses are not supposed to pass from Karuma. And our people started respecting the rules. And they stated clearly that they had a route that passes from the park, from Masindi and the Mysore Park. That road will be open for the trucks and the buses. The buses from northern Uganda started following the guidelines. And in the period of 1 month, from last month onward, we started seeing different things happening.
Uganda National Roads Authority UNRA directed people to use other routes like one of Maxon Falls Park. However, it's in shock of MPs after they gathered evidences that police and UNRA officials are charging money from lorries at night and let buses pass, which MPs are condemning.
As I speak now, the trucks coming from Kampala, during daytime, they move and park near Karuma Bridge. Buses at daytime, they move and park. At night hours, the truck owners, they pay 300,000 Uganda shillings and they are allowed to cross from the bridge which was closed. The buses are paid 200,000 Uganda shillings and they are allowed to cross from Karuma. Now we are looking as if UNRA must be conniving with the security personnel that are blocking the bridge to extort money from the truck owners and the buses that are moving to northern Uganda. And
according to Honorable Bonifansi, a force representative of northern Uganda, this is impunity and it is not fair.
We are afraid that there are alternative routes that passes from the park. Governments should consider giving it free completely. Because as I speak now, when it reaches 6 p.m., they close that road from the park. And when they close that road, after 6 p.m., the buses and the trucks, you pay money and you're allowed to move even the whole time. So it's as if each and everything is now for extorting money from our traders, from our business community.
Honorable Gilbert Olanya has asked the government to come quickly and handle the situations.
These bus owners need to be talked to as we wait for quick response on the issues of Karuma. The bus owners need to be given some kind of privilege in form of fuel contribution. so that they go back to the original prices that they used to charge the people going to the market. In my opinion, that would work. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they will stop the bus owners from paying the terminal fares when they're leaving the bus terminal. Maybe buses should not pay the terminal so that they keep the prices low. That could be another alternative. The poverty level in northern Uganda is skyrocketing. And if we continue,
Honorable Auma condemned the act, saying that it's not right for the police and the UNRWA officials to do such a stuff.
Like it has been stated, the cost of doing business in the region is becoming unbearable. And most of our business people are young people. And eventually, northern Uganda is a food basket for this country. Eventually, these high prices of commodities will bite the entire country if this situation is not arrested in time. The livelihood and even the mobility of the people of northern Uganda matters. And we'll also give government an ultimatum to respond to these concerns that we have raised, at least in the next 1 week, or else there are constitutional mechanisms and alternatives that we shall also pursue to see that there is quick action on the matters that we have raised.
Taxes on other things, but the business community in northern Uganda are paying all this despite these challenges. And I would like to also call upon the police. Uganda is grappling with the issue of corruption, and it's so frustrating to hear that some people are not yet even fearing going through and doing corruption tendency, despite what is happening in the country at the moment. And I would like to urge the security team to take this as a serious matter. And those officers that are manning that place should be brought to book. And also, what we have reasoned is not just political, it's real. Because there's a problem that when we leaders talk like this, they will just say that we are just talking political things and other things. But let them go, even right now, let them go to Karuma and see the...
For Gntv at 12, Twehe Ronald and Clinton Inawe at Parliament.
Thank you, Twehe Ronald, for that report. Now, in the district of Rwanda, residents of Ramahano village in Ikamiro Parish, Moko sub-county in Rwanda district are expressing growing dissatisfaction with the government and their members of parliament over the persistent lack of water in the area. They say the situation has led to significant disruption in daily life and has had far-reaching social implications. We take a look.
Residents of Ramahano village in Ikamiro Parish, Moko sub-county are expressing growing dissatisfaction with the government and their member of parliaments over the persistence of lack of water in the area. The community, predominantly inhabited the Batwa monetary tribe, has faced the challenge of over 50 years, with the recent prolonged dry season exacerbating their struggles. The scarcity of water has forced the locals to undertake grueling 5-hour treks to Lake Bunyonyi to fetch water. This situation has led to significant disruption in daily life and has had far-reaching social implications. Janet Tsasire, a resident of Ramahano, highlighted a severe impact on women who spend most of their time searching for water. This not only prevents them from watering their crops, but also contributed to the increase of domestic violence in the area.
Mamizi gatuberere ekizibu omuri Ramahano village n'amaka gali kuza kushenyuka ahabwa mizi. Omwana yabalenda kuzayishomero orashanga mizi waza kugareta omwana atachaza yo yarenda kunaba wamwoherezayo ararugaye shaza mukwasire mwena mezi gatuberere ekizibu munonga turi kumara enyaka erahika nyingi munonga higuru ya 50 twine kizibu turi kubonabona konka tukabura n'abatwirukirira mweno hakaba nko mu kibira na government kera kwisha yo munonga go kugira ngo ni samuweya okuza kuruga hanyanja oraza nyanja shaha emwe urarugayo shaha ina 5 kuza kubuga umushozi no mushozi murengo.
Another resident Ananias Irichogoza echoed this sentiment, describing the multitude of the problems they face due to the water shortage. This situation briefly improved when a local organization provided water 3 months ago.
That we face due to the problem of water are many, so we don't wash. Our animals, they lack water, just like this in this dry season, and most of them are just there. You can see they are very, very thin. So the problem of water affects the children coming late to school due to the problem that they are going to collect water. So they reach at school, just break time. They escape in the evening to go and collect water. So evening preps are not studied. So that is the problem.
However, the solution failed shortly after its inception, leaving the community back in square one.
Tukaba twabwiye abanyambabazi bo kutuyamba bagira ngo baturetera mizi kuko agona kugayikire gayanga kwija etapu za ikazirafa tituramanya nituzibuki ekitumurereza za ikaziragira ati zirafa menu cyatubere kizibu twatwashemererweho kake byashuba ryayanga.
Benedict Ryahabwe, the chairperson LC1 of Rwamahano village, emphasized the harsh reality. Residents have expressed their disappointments with their members of parliament who had previously given them hope for a lasting solution. Despite the numerous promises, the community still waits for effective action to address their plight. In a disparate prayer, the locals are now calling upon the government to intervene and provide a sustainable solution to the water crisis. The community hopes that their cries for help will finally be heard and that their decades-long struggles for access to clean water will come to an end.
Umwana yaza kutaka amezi karekare kugira ngo aribwo yaze ishomero kiramuteganisa ushange yacererwa kandi aho turataha urashanga rero nka village nkibi kuza kurwaye n'egirikani nabwo kituberaga kizibu. Eshahina wagena nka shahemwe urarugayo shahina 5 mukazi yaza nko kutaha amezi yagena nka shahina ubu ni nk'abanka yahekire nko umwana yagumara ararira arashutama emero uraza kuyihisa nka sha 8 mwenda ubwo nabwo ushange wenda kuyomba no mukazi abwo kizigo cy'amezi ugira ngo ubundi yaragomire mu bandi kunkabwo yari kutemba mushozi bw'umuremere.
As the water crisis continued to disrupt the lives of Rwamahano village, their call for immediate and sustainable solutions grows louder. The community hopes that the government and the relative authorities will finally take the decisive steps to end their decades-long struggle for access to clean water.
Sometimes ndishwa haro umaraka barwepti habwo kuza kutaha amezi nyeshiro shishoza our neighbor bakamurepinga ari kuza kutaha amezi. So those are the problems. Kandi no kuna abantu kureba abantu kuntu turanabaje turanaba nkumusane once in a week ushanga no manyamaga twenda twijure kamaka.
For Gntv at 12, Clinton Nahabo Mjomba in Rwanda district.
Thank you, Clinton, for that report from Rwanda district. Now, in the district of Kabale Central Market vendors strike, protest and stress against their challenges in the market before the Kabale Municipal Council to be sorted and cleared out. These vendors say that they won't pay the taxes the council is imposing on them. Our reporter Zaya has more.
Vendors from Kabale Central Market stormed the Kabale Municipal Council offices in protest. The vendors were angered by the demand to pay rent for the 2023-2024 financial year, a directive they claim contradicts an order from the Minister of Local Government, Honorable Raphael Magezi. The vendors, led by Kamchisha Henry, closed their stores and lockups before marching to the Municipal Council offices. They demanded explanations for the lack of assessments and the absence of an appeal proposal regarding the rent charges. They accused the municipal authorities of acting against Minister Raphael Magezi's directive, which required tenants' agreements with the council to be signed within 2 weeks. According to Henry Kamugisha, the vendors criticized the council for demanding rent for the 2023-2024 financial year, a period during which they were only recently allocated the lockups. This has just sparked fear and doubt about the ownership of their lockups.
Tenancy agreement ningashi obuhandike bw'abari municipal council na vendor buraza kusayiningwa mu Sundays ezo Sunday ibiri zawireho bwana meya titukarebire barija barasayininga agreement yetu staff bakabari municipal council bijira bari kushoroza umushoro konka bwana meya n'abari hanuya tituramanya rates ko kutusheme kwa turashashura tituramanya ejira inera sheme kushashura zingahe eriya shashure zingahe ibo bari kuja baraja ngo kingaho otuhesete kandi nezo rates na minister kazigambaho kugira ngo azi approving konka tukarebire zo rates ziringana zite akorasa kunta wesete nyinji ndebe ntaraziyamo akaroka punkalect ba kanso bijira barabuza umushoro go mwaka gwe 2022 oguri kuhwa okwezo kwa mukaga twagira ngo abashubuzi baja ngo ogwo mwaka gwe nyima ogu bamwe babatarakora ariho babwine no broke mugwe sasire batandikanye no kwezi kwa mushanju okugaruza
Kabale Municipality Mayor Emmanuel Sentaro Byamugisha urged the vendors to pay the rent for the months of June to enable the council to cover essential services such as garbage collection and utility bills.
waza kuzita tuzaharike then imwe muraza kubona mw'abantu baki bokwija abakwa ejini process yitwatane ubundi mugire konka hariya naho okwijo kagamira tabonekera naje konka hariya mwana kire konka haragira ki harakora abakwa wore no kwandika bakundura hanze so etwati kwaruga hanuye baza kugamana tabonekera betse zo bagira ki baziteho buri muntu amanya hari ashaka gukora shashora zinga icyo mwakogwa nyuma twagira ngo kugena turagaruka gahe
He promised to work with the town clerk to provide a list of applicable rates and supported the vendors' demand not to pay rent for the 2023-2024 financial year.
yera tahorets kandi uretse zanti ziragiraki zirashaka kugira aho ziraki aho li arabaza kushanga barashashura abiri arabaza kushanga barashashura 10 arabaza kushanga barashashura 8 aruna baraza kushanga barashashura 5 kugira aho ziraki abamidara zote zanyu abamidara nimwe mwine rete yanyu arabaza kushanga barashashura kumereteka arabaza kushanga barashashura gumwe arabaza kushanga mwene kugira aho ziraki.
The Kabale Resident District Commissioner Godfrey Nyakauma ordered the immediate removal of seals placed on the doors of non-complainant vendors. He criticized the council for acting without proper sensitization and engagement with the vendors.
Seals which had been put on the lockups of vendors in the market should with immediate effect be removed because council did all what they did without sensitizing vendors. 2, they did not assess them for one to know how much is supposed to pay. 3, they were demanding money rental area for 1 year, and which money had been excused by the minister. The minister actually told them only to pay rent for January, starting from 1st June of this year and forward.
On May 27th, 2024, Minister Rafa Magezi directed a fresh verification exercise for all Kabale Central Market vendors after several vendors accused Mayor Sentaro Byamugisha and Town Clerk Justin Bariche on irregularities. Magezi had instructed the Kabale Municipal Council to establish tenant agreements with the vendors within 2 weeks. The tense situation highlights ongoing conflicts between local vendors and municipal authorities with demands for clearer communications and fair practices. Gntv at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. Now, as Uganda is awaiting for the national budget at 2 p.m. in the afternoon to be read before all Ugandans, border riders in Uganda, especially here in Barra City, have come out to say something on the financial budget for their 2024-2025. We take a look.
So kugira kuko y'abaganda yiteje yaburugo cyiriza bajyanye cyakare kusoza budget yihange niyo nari nsaba ka government badanga umugazo muri wano haka amasita bamwe y'itano sanga bakora kanana bako basanga amasita y'itano bakora kanana kwereka nuno gora rose salama zitagera bene bakwata kasimba kandi bakongera mu mahwaro bakore muto ibintu zo mu ndego ndasonga za neza sigara ndero songa na government nagenda kugamba kizaro neza kizaro nogere kiyaro nubakira mutaro mwenda nakenda isasire piki ekikanga kure mawano buranga kadera piki bagitwara imarengo kwezi sanga burizo banebara kadiyo sanga bakubara nugo batakuvuga kibonanga kizu basanga burizamba jibara kitomera batakufiro berango bakuremesa kizaro nzayita nagambe asiya mutabantu amazina niyo nzingeradi ndagamba nsonga zayitu nkabana ba boda boda ensonga yo kubanga n'ensonga y'amasita amasita mazima price y'iguru sabana njakare kubaraje kusoma budget ka government kutiyamba mazuma amasita sarreho mazima garike barebe nkenguto nduka mazima tiziro nkitwe nkaba boda boda ntuteganya none zankanto sangu kutorfire kandi se nincho sangati kama stadium bitano gwakora sirinji kanana mazima tuganirwamo gatasonga ya boda boda za roni oye boda boda ya roni bagitereka bakugambira imyaka ebiro kwa wasasiro mwaka kumwene chweka ogira mo kuteganya kandi baba turademisene insurance usanga batazi tukorogera mo kuteganya usanga bitiya kuteganisa usanga bakubanza kamezi nkabiri konkamba yenda gakwakira picha mitwaro kama kunyana amazima gammente songoze zigambo ntuye picho wajisasiro wagiye kuzimarayo ngo ngaba banka bakora benyi magenda bagikwake utaka sasiro picheka we kandi tubaka basa kumusiriza niyo nkanye nteso ngo yandi nani ngambo kama zimana sindika message ya president witiyanga amazuta gageze bagumanga gatembesa kandi abasabaze abasaza butufuni hangati bihurire mu sente tubantu n'abarukumi omuvugo mbihanga bikono mutwara katete aba rukumi onyo amazuta genkumiri osanga otasevinga na chikumi ati ndito binde za family abana bakwenda school fees za pikizaroni mutsanga ngo bintu za pikizaturemera abo kuronda senta mazuta gari hayi mazima president uyanga yatwatira mu budget mazuta akagashumya nanga ritakajiteka 15 ninge 10 ekintu tubasa kwata zaroni zona tuzisasire mazima nyoni jona asindikire di message kari president uya amazina ganje najabuta fero sadam kanu mubanje nibaga boda konka yende yinza kujangu ngati bari kusohora tukabe twena kujangu bari kusohora ayo chene za mafuta tujya twasiremu nabo bajya binjata babaza za roni sanga ko nyingi amafuta kujangu abo ateka mu sanga abakugamu kujangu barya apasi ya yeguru sanga roni zatunyiganigamo so batata hostile kuriya sanga roni ya cyaje twara ebitongole by'asigambira government bate kutebagambe bete cooperative kwato bank munonga cenderezeho ane bikokasigara tine so nemere fine nanisha bangu budget yitu yare bika abantu bambara boda boda cyo kubanza mashita ngatamese kora nawa kama chita ne kama wabanga wana tani kumita nene jakabe twazombi na hatika kare road katika kutenda mazamba gombiza kujangu na church wechile kwa tunachi nanezende nguto murto muchikono muchugabo kwita kanyankore muchugu mazimabere bakwata mu nshongwezo nene tabana ba boda yare batwatro mushonga zitu ngero kushangaria like wafunete tumekwe chiba kunyiga munyonga wakwate mbako shanga na banyine kandi
GNTV at 12.
Where the ideas and suggestions from the border riders here in Barra City, and more still on that story. The financial budget reading for the coming financial year 2024-2025 will happen today in the afternoon at 2 p.m. at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds in Kampala, and I'm here to tell you that the function will be broadcasted live here on GNTV. Please don't go away from GNTV. Our dear viewers of GNTV, I've been Allian Atubansdiize with the afternoon bulletin, and up next is a lunch hour service at King of Kings Church. Please come and attend with our beloved Lord Bishop Dr. Silas Tayewa. Good afternoon.